So it all starts in practice then. We get oversteer midway through Spoon Corner. And who do we have behind us? We have Psycho. Path. He's trying to get past us. But obviously, you know, we're doing our race simulations. For most people, race simulation involves going around by yourself without a care in the world. For me, race simulation is literally race simulations. It's a motor race. We go car racing. It's as simple as that. And so I try and keep him behind. And he gets irritated saying, oh, but it's only practice. It's only practice. Why not practice the racecraft? Look, here he goes. He tries to go to the inside. We cover him off. He doesn't like it. He's getting a bit hot under the collar. He's getting a bit hot under the collar. He's getting a little bit rattled. Fast forward it. Now we're going into the hairpin. The lovely, dicey dive bomb central. We cover the inside though. He tries to go around. He can't. He tries to get the switchback. He can't. But he's obviously smashing the overtake at this point. And he smashes the overtake just so he can spin me out. Boom. Round we go. Thank you very much, mate. Just chill out, man. It's just practice. After practice tends to come qualifying, and that's where we are. Oh no, there's two cars. Try not to get distracted. Just turn in anyway. Clip the apex. Give it a nice little kiss on the exit. There we go. Oh, hit the curb there. Nice, hit the curb there. Relatively nice. Oh, missed the apex once. Oh, missed the apex twice. But it's still reasonably well. It's adequate. Adequate is the perfect description of the first sector. Now we just flop it in there. Slap it round there. Oh, too slippery on the exit there. We got way too much on the curb. Lost time. Ugh, missed the apex there. Lost time again. Lost time again on the traction. We touched the curb a little bit, or at least the wrong part of the curb. So, I mean, as far as qualifying laps go, this ain't the pinnacle. But it's executed reasonably well. You know, there've been no big errors. It's just missing the apex here and there. There's probably like 4/10 in the bag at the moment that I could find. Round into the final chicane. Hit the braking point. Lovely. Oh no, we don't. Oh, that was horrible. Missed the first apex. But who am I kidding? We don't need the perfect lap to go fastest. Yeah, P1 was short-lived, I guess, but we go again. Lap 2. No traffic into T1 this time. Clip that one nicely. Graze that one slightly. Up the hill. Nice. Reasonable. Yeah, missed that. Missed that too. That's nice. See, once again, not ideal, but it's not heinous either. Through the first sector. Flop it in there. Tried to slap it in there, but we ran wide. Braking for the hairpin. I mean, that's better than the first attempt, so I can live with that. It's still not ideal. But, you know, not too many things. If you think about it, in a cosmic sense, when you look at the world and how things are, like obviously we have what we would ideally do and what we'd ideally achieve and how others would ideally behave, but when does that really happen? It doesn't. And so you kind of have to take everything with a pinch of salt. And before you know it, we're at the last corner and brake earlier just so we don't vomit at the chicane again, because last time it was horrible. This time we gain, head to the line, and it's a P4 finish. So here we are, all set for the race, finally. And it's away we go. I kind of feel that my starts are decent, so we do get a good run on Sean in front. But, you know, I'm so high up, I almost had a nosebleed. I was struggling for oxygen. I'd never started this high in this league, so uncharacteristically, I thought I wouldn't send it. I was kind of content with just following these guys that would pull away inevitably because they were just faster. So I'm kind of just fine with chilling in 4th place for the foreseeable. Obviously, like from Kingsman and backwards, I'm gonna defend hard, but these 3 were way faster, so there's no point in just wasting my time battling them, or wasting my time pushing hard trying to keep up, and then like spinning or like half spinning or something like that. There's just no point in doing that. But yeah, you know, for the first lap, it's just about covering off, defending the position. No sweat, no issues, no tissues, calm as you like. Lap 2, we're kind of keeping tabs with Sean at the moment, but going into this corner, we tried to slap it round there, but we just got on the curb, which allows Kingsman to have a go. We defend the inside. He tries to get the switch back. Sadly for him, it's to no avail. But you can see he's got a good run down to Spoon. But you've got to be bold to go for a move here. You know, I already decided if he went for it, I would have turned in anyway. It's lap 2. If we spin around here, it's not going to end our race. So heading down then to the final chicane. I think he gets a run. No, he doesn't. No, we covered him off nicely. All looking good so far. Well, lap 5 is when disaster is about to strike for Kingsman. You can see I get a half spin and he goes straight into the back of me. At the time, I didn't realize he had damage because his teammate gets past, right? Righty London. And I actually thought it was the same guy, so I had no idea that he'd actually had damage until he sent the footage after the race. And after that, it was kind of plain sailing, to be honest, until on lap 12 we'd pulled away from the guys behind and we disconnected from the session. So I kind of pulled over. I didn't want my AI to cause a collision. Then I realized, well, actually I should probably carry on. Restarted the game, rejoined the session. I was like, where am I going to be? Where am I going to be? Where am I going to be? And we ended up in position, well, we'll find out when the lights go out. It's position 3, but sadly the AI drained all the ERS and now hashtags all over me, so I've got to deal with all of this. But fortunately, coming into the flop it and slap it corners, he gets a bad exit, gets on the curb, almost loses it. He does lose it actually. I see in the mirrors, and he totals himself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, my friend. Safety car comes out. May as well pit for mediums. It's going to be a long stint, but let's be real. What else can I do at this point? I have to pit. Safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, so I'm like, well, Gutowski's on the hard tyres. Yes, I'm on the mediums, but he's probably like 3 to 4 tenths faster than me anyway, so that should counter for the tyre offset. So I'm not really concerned about battling him hard. I'm just content with holding position, really, and trying to collect as many points as I can. Because it's been a while since I ran up close to the front on pure pace. Then eventually we get the message that it's it's going to start raining in a couple of laps. Just as we're closing up to Gatkowski. I think on the previous lap or this lap, I can't remember, but we had a little chance to get past with DRS. And then the lap after, the DRS got disabled because it started raining. So I was kind of kicking myself like, maybe if I'd maxed out a little bit more ERS, I could have got by. But it didn't matter because the virtual safety car is going to come out now. It comes back in. As you can see, DRS is enabled here. I was thinking about the classic Krusty Nation dive, but I mean, in hindsight, I probably should have gone for that. I did think I could have made it, but you know, it is what it is. And then it starts raining. DRS gets disabled. Lap 25, so there's 2.5 laps to go at this point. We get a good run on Gatkowski, and you know what's coming. Oh, double lockup though when we run wide, which allows him to get the switchback. But it's fine. Next lap, I'll just readjust, and I should be able to make that move stick. We're gonna see if we can follow him, get a good run out of the final chicane, and maybe get him into turn 1. He goes deep. We're gonna get the exit on him. He slides a little bit, but Gatkowski decides to pit for intermediates, and so that leaves me and Flo out behind, 8/10 behind, out on the dry tires, seeing if we can hold off 2 laps to the end of the race. And I'm gonna end the comms here. Let's just watch and see how the last 2 laps of this race unfold.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Our gap behind is 6.4 seconds.
It's worth noting that the same guy we battled with in practice and the same guy who had an issue with me and hit me in practice was the same guy who hit me just then. And now then, after all that, we're coming into the final chicane for the final time. We get a nice double lockup on, but Flo also gets the lockup. He has to cut the chicane. We just managed to go around the final corner, and we're gonna collect P3 on the road and get promoted to P2 due to Psycho's penalties. What a crazy race, man. So in terms of the racing, that's the end. It was a pretty mad race, a really fun ending. My best result of this particular league so far, which has been decent because I've been slow as heck so far up until now, up until this race, so I'll take that. But I was involved in 2 incidents, and here they are. You know, it's one of those things. So now I'll slow the clip down. Look, we get the oversteer. We go to the right to correct it, then back to the left, and I'm still sliding here. And now I just try and straighten the car up, and then that's when you hit me. I mean, there was a car's width to the left, if I'm honest. You know, it's not like I was right in front of you. It was a good like 100 meters, so there was time to react. Nonetheless, it's a shame that you damaged your wing, but you know, yeah, I lost control, but it's not my fault that you ran into me. That's all I'm saying, but you know. So obviously by now I've seen your tape, and to be honest, I don't see any active attempt to try and avoid this until you're like 20 meters behind. You carry on taking your normal line, even though I've already half spun. You're still basically going as fast as you would normally be going at that point, even when you can see it from 100 meters behind. I mean, it wasn't intentional by anyone, but you know, I still feel that could have been avoided. So it's a shame it happened. It's a shame you got damaged, but you know, let's learn for next time. Here we are then, last lap. Car in front's on dries, I'm on dries. Car in front loses it. Psycho behind me is on inters, fails to read the situation and plows straight into me. Now, with the penalties that Psycho has, and the fact that Gatkowski was 3 seconds behind, you know, I could have won this race. Yes, Gatkowski would have had to pass me on the racetrack, but you know, let's just say I wouldn't have made it easy for him, me being me and all that. So I'm including this bit because this is just awesome to watch. You know, last corner, dry tires, wet track, fighting another guy, dry tires, wet track. Oh, the double lockup, just keep it in bounds. I mean, this is what we love to see. What we love to see. And right here, London behind is only a couple of tenths off at the line. That's insane. Yeah, so I'll slow it down then. As usual, we got Flo in front, dry tires, wet track, me as well, dry tires, wet track. Psycho behind, 10-second time penalty. Gatkowski behind him, another 2.3 seconds. Flo loses it. Obviously, I see this go around Flo, no big deal. And then Psycho, he could have sent it on the inside, or he could have waited for the exit. But, you know, all gone around the outside, but he just goes straight into me. I don't understand how you don't read this situation when he knows I'm on dry tires. Like, of course, I'm going to brake early. And as I said, without this, there is a chance that I could have won this race. And also because of this, I'm then fighting with Flo. So like this, especially because I lost the traction with the slide, you know, and we're on a wet track with dry tires. I mean, that's a huge time loss, If I keep traction and manage to hold it through that corner, there's a good chance that I'm going to be halfway down the straight ahead of Gatkowski, and it goes into the final turn, and then anybody has a chance. So yeah, he apologized. I accept that. I forgive him, but it still cost me, you know, just ignorance and failing to read the situation.